turned your back on these paths long ago.
Lord of Chaos.
Oh,
Weaver of lies.
I didn't know this was in his repertoire.
I tear your thread.
Is he tied to Doctor Strange? So he got super smarts and he got Doctor Strange magic? Y'all gonna need to, I haven't hit this part in the research apparently, but y'all gonna have to fill me in on how epic Forge is. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and another X-Men 97 reaction. It's safe to say it wasn't just me. Last week's episode wrecked everybody. I'm still recovering just a little bit. We lost so many people. They gave us so much, and I have no clue exactly what we're going to get in this episode, but we lost Gambit. We lost Magneto. We lost Nightcrawler in the same episode. We got him. Obviously, we've already kind of lost Storm, but with seeing Cable in the last episode, we didn't get Bishop, but we saw a little bit of that time travel element. So I'm hoping, maybe not in this episode, but in upcoming ones before the end of the season, we'll get some fixes. There's no way they can take away Magneto this early. There's no way they can take away Gambit this early. Nightcrawler in the same episode, like I said. There has to be some time travel element that is going to save them and bring them back. I'm sure the show will be great because they haven't told us otherwise in how good this series has been so far. But I feel like they're going to bring them back somehow, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how they do that. I know you guys give me a bunch of crap about hating on Magneto, and I love to hate Magneto. There's really no true... He's just one of those kind of bad guys, but good guys, so I have that love-hate relationship with him. And I tell you what, every single episode he comes up, he's got at least 10 one-liners. By the end of this season, we're going to be able to make a mixtape out of the damn one-liners that he has, or a player's handbook, or one of the two. Rogue is still kind of on my shit list. Jean is kind of on my ish list, but also I came to light in seeing that Cyclops wasn't perfect either. I think he was aware that was actually Madeline, at least from their conversation. So he is at fault a little bit as well. So there's a lot of things we could possibly get in this episode. Some of you guys in the comment section mentioned like Nimrods and stuff like that. And I tell you what, and I had someone in the comment section as well from Germany. Sorry that I'm blanking on your name, but you know who I'm talking to. This show has brought many of us fans together, us 30-year-olds, us fans of the show, the series, the X-Men, Marvel in general. And it's definitely sparked my interest in something that was dormant for a little bit. Obviously, I watched the X-Men movies, and I watched X-Men Evolution. Like I've said, that's one of my favorites, and probably my favorite. And then the OG original X-Men series. So this is definitely ignited and got me excited about the series again. And I've gone back and done a ton of research. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we get in this episode, what sparks my mind, what it kind of hints at for the future. And I'm hoping I catch all of it. I doubt I will, but I'm going to catch as much as I can. And you guys can fill me in on whatever I miss. So I appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment down below if you're new. I've seen a lot of new faces in the last couple videos, so I appreciate you OGs. You know I always love you. So welcome back. Let's get it back into it. Episode 6. Let's not get wrecked again.
Previously on X-Men.
Oh, that's a Stone voice.
For those just returning to us, regardless of your stance on recent world events, the images you are about to see may be disturbing.
Save as many as you can. We shall not live our days wondering if we could have saved more.
There go one of them one-liners. That last 5 minutes of that episode had me on edge. Don't start off with, they set the tone already. Let's go. Let's go. All right, into the theme music. Okay. I'm already all over the place. Emotions on tilt. Ooh, Nightcrawler's in the intro. Apocalypse, we saw that last one. Ooh, Nimrod, that was definitely... Are there more than one? Bishop? Okay, already some new stuff. Ooh, Leandra and Charles, but the people we saw, were those the Imperials? I believe that's their name. Fill me in on that. I told you I've been studying a little bit. Hopefully it all sticks, but let me know if I'm wrong on anything.
See our fool. Surrender.
Oh, not Bird. What? I definitely have seen her, but I can't recall the full name.
Surrender? No, just perish.
Nice.
Stand free! This pigeon shall not thwart the will of the Supreme Intelligence.
Who's that? I'm not familiar. He look like I think these are called the Imperials. I don't know all their separate names.
For the Imperial Guard!
Imperial Guard, got it.
A Pyrrhic victory. The Creed do not!
Be honored to fall at my feet, Ronan, for you shall be memorialized as the corpse upon which I pose.
Oh, that's Vulcan. Is that Roman the Conqueror that we saw in Guardians? Is that supposed to be?
A million pardons, Your Highness.
You dare interrupt my
Hold on.
glorious
I just saw.
The Empress.
That's like one of the
joy.
things.
Why didn't you say so?
Bleach. But we just saw Vulcan.
Your sister is always of utmost priority.
Are we gonna get all 3 Cyclops, brother? Are we gonna get some Havoc? I need Havoc.
Greetings, Shield. 1 year ago, we offered the skills of our mighty healers
That's
to a Terran
Leandra.
man on the
Leandra.
verge of death.
She got
No
that
ordinary
Professor X.
This man helped spare the entire universe
Wheelchair, I
from
thought
the
that was her.
madness. So I, Empress Lilandra, stand before this High Council,
The character designs are awesome.
a new emperor.
I've seen this art. This is.
Professor Charles Xavier.
So he's not dead. Wait, hold on. I've seen in research that this armor was worn by a scroll.
To the might and glory of the Imperium.
So is that what we're? Is this really Charles or no? You guys will have to clarify, or I can just wait till they reveal it. But I don't know exactly what's going on there. That's a little crazy. I don't know. I'm excited to see him though.
Perhaps an empress could even spend a portion of her time ruling the galaxy from my little corner of it?
You wish to return to your children, don't you?
Yearly visit.
There you go.
See that?
Now that Magneto's gonna take your place back.
Didn't your brother nearly destroy the universe with the Emkron crystal?
Who's her brother? Oh, and I'm not gonna forget we saw the damn Watcher last episode. So what's going on with that?
You've earned a life of your own, Charles, and I need you. Once we crush the Kree, an educator
So can he not walk without that armor?
do as you did on Earth. Play the role of the peacemaker.
Wasn't aware my X-Men and I were playing make-believe. Much like my legs in this armor's
Just weak.
exoskeleton.
But I remind you, Charles, the virtue of a teacher lies in showing their students how to walk on their own.
True. But only if he is sure there are no more lessons he can teach them.
A great dialogue in this show in general, but this show been setting us up for some heartbreak. And I got a feeling that might not be Charles. I don't know.
Your bite is a sort of demonic infection. Once the venom reaches his heart, leave him. Don't play martyr. You will not break me. But I can fix you. Forge made his bed. Let him die in it.
Where the hell did this like demon thing come from? Like, is it attached to her? Is it attached to Forge?
Let him die. Look the other way. Watch. Get used to it. You're not an X-Man anymore.
Damn. From top to bottom.
I do not fear death.
The imagery of the show is phenomenal.
I was so tired. Is that why you fear your power? Sought refuge with this monotone family? Enough! Let me out! Let me out! Who you follow? I was wrong.
Those character designs look kind of tight too, to be honest. If there was like an evil version of the X-Men, yep, I need them to look like that.
Turned your back on these paths long ago.
Lord of Chaos!
Oh!
Weaver of lies.
I didn't know this was in his repertoire.
I tear your thread.
Is he tied to Doctor Strange?
Depart and be gone.
Oh, so he got super smarts and he got Doctor Strange magic? Y'all gonna need to, I haven't hit this part in the research apparently, but y'all gonna have to fill me in on how epic Forge is. That's dope.
Your shoulder.
I'll give it to me straight. You need a better bedside face, Doc. I can show you the way.
You are too weak. Tell me where to go.
I don't have much time, Aurora. If this nastiness gets worse while you're gone, I don't want to be alone.
Then we ride together, my love.
Die together. X-Men for life. I love it.
Lilandra Niramani and her royal consort.
These headpieces are on point.
Hush now, beloved. You may bark later.
I'm still getting wrecked at the fact that we got Professor X back from the dead. He's walking, and he's with his lady, ruling the empire right now. What is going on?
Your consort was born on the wrong side of the stars. He is
talking
Terran.
about Charles.
A union with the Terran would bind the Shi'ar into alliance with his inferior homeworld.
I respect you speaking the quiet part out loud, Deathbird. So let's speak plainly. Your Empress and I decide alliances, as well as which world we call home.
Chandalar is home. Our throne world.
Of course, Lord Chancellor. I nearly meant...
Spoke the quiet part out loud. Xavier would see his Milky Way ghetto become our throne world.
Milky Way ghetto is a crazy term. I kind of like it better than Earth.
To ensure we are protected from your Terran ties, you must renounce Earth and erase all memory of your life there.
Charles is a formidable psychic. His mind will not be easily scrubbed.
Luckily,
Why are you listening to this like it's an actual option?
Charles Xavier must purge all memories of Earth, and you, dear sister, must be the one to do it.
Just pretend like you don't know. Who can fact check?
Here I thought the Shi'ar looked down on art as a sign of insanity and deviance.
In most cases. But the union of Shara and Kithri is at the core of our principles. To bind various cultures into one for the sake of galactic peace and harmony.
His voice is dope to me. I don't know who that is. Maybe you guys know the voice actor.
Idealism is also a sign of insanity.
You know, I have a very old and very dear friend on Earth who would agree with you.
Wise for a Terran.
Yes.
Magneto.
His name is Magnus, and I wish to remember him.
You've made your decision then.
Forgive me. I do so love to think.
Do you love me, Charles?
That ain't fair. Erase your memory then.
They won't let us be together.
Not unless I forfeit my throne, which is exactly Deathbird's design. Imagine the chaos that my sister would unleash across the galaxy as ruler. It would rival that of my mad brother.
Mad brother? Who's that?
Your devotion is beyond measure. Perhaps it is time to show you mine.
So all this, I question whether he was a Skrull or not, but all that makes it seems like this is legit. Him being aware that he saved her and actually having memories of Charles, unless he was like a clone or something. But I take it this is real Charles, which is crazy.
Before I lost my gifts, I told a friend, my sister, that I often wondered about being human. No matter how many I saved, my mutant gifts inspired twice as much hate and humanity. In a way, your machine failing is a blessing. I am better this way.
So retrospective. I love Storm.
The cactus grows in darkness. Where?
That's why I came. I know how you feel about tight spaces.
Claustrophobic.
Do you stand in our circle to complete the rite of Dasha?
I do.
That helmet is crazy. Dope,
And
but
do
crazy.
you renounce all memories of Earth, of your life there?
I do.
And of your X-Men? Xavier, do you renounce your X-Men?
See? He hesitates. He insults all Shi'ar.
Isn't this like blasphemy to interrupt the ceremony?
This Xavier is not even a pure Terran, a lower caste.
Damn.
A mutant. My sister, like my brother Deceptively, has gone mad.
Like he be helping you.
Sedition. Gladiator, arrest this treacherous vulture,
Gladiator
and
type.
any who dare to stand with her.
Oh, no phase at all. That did nothing. She ain't even rip his clothes. Nice. Badass. Ooh, nice. He got a multitude of powers. Damn. Is he even human? Or not human, but is he machine? It seemed like he got a mix of like everybody's powers.
I have forgotten my greatest gift.
Hear me. Class is now in
damn.
session.
Damn, there you go, y'all. I don't know if this is gonna go over too well with everybody, but he put him at desk. Tight. He got the suit on and everything. That's
What
dope.
is this? What have you done?
Gladiator,
That's
please
awesome.
raise your hand if you have a question. I have used my vast psychic abilities to draw us into the astral plane.
Literally schooling everybody. Yeah, she doing it. She don't look like she's doing too bad in this tight space either. Because she has to do it, but... Hopefully that cactus is bright enough.
You had to be the bigger woman. Ooh, yummy. Fear poached in self-loathing. More. The high road storm. Last stop. You.
Voice acting is on another level, man. It's so menacing. Uh-oh.
The executioner's neutralizer was not the only weapon tamping down my gifts. There was that lie, and I believed it.
Lay dead, or humanity will thunder down upon you and your kind.
You all
Shut your ass up.
of who I am.
Who are you? Who are you? Let's go. So she didn't even need the cactus. It was just like a metaphor. I forget what they call it. There's a word for that.
I am lightning.
A goal to obtain, just to awaken. Oh, nice. She just basically went Super Saiyan. That looked dope. She is so unbelievably powerful. I know Omega, but Jesus, it's to actually see it in action. And she just got her powers back, so she's fully awake. Oh my god. Oh! Ooh! Bravo. Bravo. That's the storm I'm used to seeing. I know that's like the OG, not from the original cartoon, but oh, she looks so good. That is amazing. Oh my god. We've gotten a lot of love for Storm and a lot of different versions of like her former costumes and whatnot. I hope they keep this one. I love this suit with the white eyes, glowing eyes, and the tiara, the suit itself, the leggings. It's all on point. That is phenomenal. Well, they're killing it. They're killing it. Wow.
Strange.
They got me hyped more than it should have, but that was amazing.
What are demons?
And she's keeping on the tiara.
Things we bury within us, hide from loved ones, even as they poison our
Oh, so the
hearts.
cactus was just for him.
Until
Got it.
there, it's starting to heal.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the cactus was part of like her healing process, not just for him.
Second chance. Should we whisk away to some tropical island?
Boy, you just healed. Calm down.
Displaced by the brutal attack on Genosha to return to their home countries. This, as rumors swirl that Genosha is the opening salvo in the long-feared evolutionary war between humans and mutants.
Uh-oh. Please don't be the end of the episode. Not
Let's
yet.
talk about who can tell me from where the Shi'ar Imperium draws its might.
From the crushed skulls that house inferior minds, such as yours.
I love that he's actually like quizzing him.
Demerits, raise your hand.
Tight.
Even you Terrans claim might is right.
The rhyme that sells the lie. That we must pillage worth from one another. That for me to be more, you must be less. Your existence against mine, because... Why? Says who? Who made up these silly rules?
We did, beloved.
Again, kudos to the dialogue, and they're doing a great job. This is like our first iteration of Charles in the new series, and I love what they're doing with him. He's true to the character.
And all of us, very young, born of ancient stardust.
That's not him, is it?
Heavens, no!
Gambit?
Gambit?
No! They were dancing, drinking wine, making love! Oh,
Wait,
my
what?
children! My children of the atom! Just...
Oh, he's just realizing that he's losing it because is he feeling that what?
Charles!
I don't know exactly what just happened, but I imagine him realizing that everybody was killed was overwhelming. Like all his shit just overwhelmed him.
Charles, if you leave, you will prove my sister right about your kind.
You don't care.
I will not abandon my kind.
Damn, good for you, Charles.
It is time I return to my X-Men.
The music. That's the end. No. Oh, yes, yes. Keep it going. Nice. Who's this?
I did what you asked. I gave you my DNA to access Master Mold.
Master Mold, okay. Okay. I should have known because the Nimrod, but... So is he responsible for...
All the blame, Oliver. And don't fret.
Oh, Sinister?
Why, Genosha was merely the beginning of a prologue. You have nothing to fear, as you place your faith in Sinister.
Oh, welcome back, you little asshole. It's only been a couple episodes. Tight. Another phenomenal episode. I don't even know where to start. They let us calm down just a little bit. We still got a lot to chew on in this episode, but as far as the emotional stakes and gravity, they let us recover. They gave us some wins, especially in the form of Storm and getting Charles back. And he's walking. He's got his badass little armor. He's about to return to Earth. But then you get thrown Master Mold and Sinister. So let me scroll through this timeline. I always got to double check that there's not like an end credit scene, and no, there isn't again. So let me pause this. So I'm gonna play through this intro one more time because I feel like there was a couple things maybe I possibly missed. And sorry, let me turn down this volume because I feel like you guys can hear that through the microphone. But the first thing, hold on, as this plays a little bit. Obviously, we got Apocalypse again. That was from the previous episode. They had already shown that. And I love the fact that they keep continuing upgrading the sequence. Nightcrawler was in this. He had his own sequence and all that. And his name in the title. We got the Nimrods. And then we got Bishop. Hold on. Let me see that for 1 second. Because with... Bishop, and he had his long hair too, which looked dope. Ooh, then we had Storm in yet another costume. I didn't peep that the first time. She's got like the bandana, the cut off leather vest. This is more, and she's got like a little strap around her waist too. So I don't know, does she time travel, or is this just Storm from his future, or the future Storm? And then you got Wolverine with the skull on the belt and the black and blue kinda. He looks pretty badass, so I'm digging that. There was a couple other things I want to touch on in this intro. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I might have to skip around a little bit because I know that you guys are going to be waiting while I'm actually viewing this. So I'm trying to speed it up as much as I can. But I think I saw something in terms of when they run across the screen, it's usually, I think they took out Gambit, no? So there's Storm, there's Wolverine, there's Cyclops, Bishop, current day Bishop with the shortcut, and then we got Morph, and then we got Jean, Jubilee, and then it should be Gambit, but no, it's Nightcrawler, and then I think that's it. And then the Imperials. Now, I don't know all their names, or Imperial Guard, sorry, they corrected me in the episode, but I don't know everyone in the group. I just know of them as a group. So this giant got like Atom Smasher. It looks like he's humongous, grows big. And then you got, what's his name? They just, not the bodyguard. The dude that didn't get scratched by Lalandra's sister in that battle, and I said he kind of combines everybody's powers. It'll come back to me, but right now I'm blanking. And then we had, we'll get to that, and then the hand. So I wasn't sure who that was, but I figured that might be Charles. But and then Lalandra, so that's cool. And then like his old school like military uniform, so which is awesome too. And then that's pretty much, I think that's everything in the title sequence that they added. Again, I'm not going through that again right now, but I'll probably rewatch this episode and see if I miss anything. You guys can always fill me in on anything I missed. So Roman, I'm pretty sure that the green and yellow dude, is this his original look? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the dude from even the hammer looks similar. The dude from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't think I've seen 3, so I think it's 2. Or maybe, is it 1? Where they had like the dance battle and he was the purple dude. He reminds me of Ivan Ooze from Power Rangers. You guys, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. But I think this is him in cartoon form and maybe his original costume. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Vulcan. Vulcan. That excites me. Only because I like Havoc, and I got a little bit of a taste of him. What was the last? Was that Doctor Strange? We got a taste of him. And then I know a little bit of him from back in the day and then throughout research. But I'm excited to see him obviously because of his power set and all that. That's exciting. That would be cool to see on screen. But also the ties to Cyclops. Like, they are all of different mindsets, but all extremely powerful. And I'm looking forward to seeing if we get them all on screen at the same time in battle or whatever the case may be. And that also reminds me of some of you guys in the comments helping me out with research mentioned that Gambit is or was one of those OP, I don't know if he was Omega, but very powerful mutants, and he didn't necessarily want the power at a certain point in time, so he went to Sinister and he like weakened him or something. I don't know exactly what that process looked like, but that's essentially what happened. So adds another level to Gambit, puts another level of respect on his name to see that he's still able to do everything that he currently does and what he did in last episode. I can only imagine how powerful he'd be if he didn't have that little meeting. I forget the sister's name, but she was pretty epic in this episode. I enjoyed seeing her even getting stung by Professor Xavier and him putting them at the damn school desk. And then touching on Professor X again, his introduction. Obviously, as this episode continued, I said most likely that's Professor X. I can't think of a scenario in the way that they played it throughout this episode that would be a fake, because obviously it could be a deep fake if they're trying to throw us off the path and confuse us maybe. But there was a lot of moments in this episode where he recognized his past. He recognized the memories that he had of the past. He still had love for all the current mutants on Earth, or Terrans, whatever you want to call them. And it seemed, obviously he couldn't walk well without the suit, or the exoskeleton as they called it. His costume is epic, by the way. I don't know how, if I was one of these people on this planet, I'd be jealous of the suit, not so much of him being Lalandra's significant other and ruling over everybody. That suit is epic. The helmet alone, I need that. If I could find one of those, that'd be close to having a Power Rangers helmet on the back of my display. So I'll have to look out for that to see if that's a possibility, if they have that as a thing. That looks awesome. But let me continue past that, because I think for me, I'm gonna wipe Skrull from my brain, because I did see that. I don't know. It was in one of the early comics. I forget which one, but when he was brought back from the dead, or people thought he came back from the dead, I don't know how long it lasted or how long it took them to figure out, but he was a Skrull, and he was wearing this armor, if I'm not mistaken. All the scenes between him and Lilandra were great dialogue, as I said, and it's not just them, it's everybody. You can say the same thing about Forge and Storm. And their storyline in itself, it was quick over the span of 2 episodes. Obviously, they're expediting things a little bit. Even as true as it's been to the comics, it seems like they're getting, again, straight to the point. I think I mentioned this in the first episode, that first 2 episodes, that the pacing of these shows has been straight to the point, and there hasn't been any wasted time or dialogue. So I really appreciate that, and they're continuing it, which I love. So I need to know more about Forge, like a lot. He's interesting to me. Obviously, his capabilities, him obviously having feelings for Storm, him being super smart, developing a gun that could take away mutant powers, and then also using this magic to defeat the adversary, at least for a short period of time. Or banish it, send it away, whatever you want to call it. But he was using the book, or the book made from his mother's book, I'm pretty sure he said. So I need to know more about him, his mother, and his family lineage in general. Obviously, he's tied to a little bit of magic or sorcery, something of that nature. I've seen some of you guys in the comment section mention shamans. So that's a thing in his background, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what that is. As far as what the adversary comes from, I don't know what that's tied to. That magic, dark magic, I have no clue, but the poison it inflicted on him was pretty serious, and obviously there was one cactus that could cure it, which is definitely a little bit of plot device, but I'm never mad at that type of thing. I appreciate that, and I enjoyed it. I always enjoy the journey, and it helped out Storm in getting her powers back as well. So that whole ordeal and his backstory, I need to hear more about, see more about, because that's all interesting to me. As far as what happens with Lilandra and her sister now that Charles is going to go back to Earth and she'll be left there on her own. I don't know how long she can keep that seat or power over the village, if you want to call it that. Or if she has to have someone beside her, a significant other on the throne, to keep that seat. So we'll see exactly, or I'll see. I'm sure you guys know or have an idea of what's going to happen moving forward. But I love everything we got. And the character design, the dude with the mohawk, you guys know, I mentioned him several times throughout the reaction, but with the costume, it barely got scratched. He's got a bunch of powers. Awesome. Both buff. He looks awesome. With the little elf ears. I need to see more of him. He's probably my favorite of that whole gang, obviously, because he's got a connection with Charles. And he seems like the most rational. Even though he carries the ideals of everybody else in this nation, he still is understanding. And I want to know where he's coming from a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I think that's it regarding this episode. What else did we get? That, of course, Storm and getting her old costume back, her powers back. Everything in that was awesome. Her flying over the water, seeing her reflection, the clouds opening up, the lightning coming down, basically tornadoes forming, flexing all her powers. She is the damn beast, and I love seeing every second of that. The transformation was awesome. Liking it to obviously going Super Saiyan, like I said during the reaction, but I can't complain about that. It hit her hard, as you knew it would. Everybody's finding out at the same time. I like that. Obviously, we didn't really stay in that moment of when we left off last episode, but it still continued. We finally closed the chapter on some of the things that happened in the episode 4 previous to episode 5. And so we shut everything off, and now we're catching up. Everybody's finding out exactly what's going down on their home planet. So they're reacting a little harshly right now, as you would expect them to. Charles almost passed out. It looked like he might have died for a second again. And then Storm, obviously, to the point of tears, she's going to go back, So we're going to have a meeting of everybody. And I wonder why initially when Charles saw or realized that something was happening, everybody was dying, why was Gambit the first one he saw? Just because out of the ones who died, he's the one who was closest to him? I wonder if there's an explanation behind that, or if it just happened to be that way and we have most connection to Gambit. Or even why he wouldn't see Magneto before he saw Gambit. Why Gambit? That's interesting to me. But nonetheless, another phenomenal episode. Music set the tone going into the episode and going out again. I have no complaints. 10 out of 10 again. They can't miss with this show. And 6 episodes in, you got 10 episodes. I feel like we're going to go 10 straight episodes and not missing. And I'm not complaining about that. I'm here for every single week. I hope you guys are too. Every single Friday, I'll be dropping these around 6 p.m. Eastern time, because that seems to be the best time for you guys to view them. And I appreciate you guys. You guys thumbed it up and were commenting like crazy on the last one. So I appreciate you. New people to the family. Don't be scared to comment down below. Don't be scared to hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. And I will catch you in episode 7. And whatever other reactions you feel like checking in on. I'll be doing a bunch of them. Drop your recommendations down below too. But I appreciate you nonetheless. Welcome to the island. Deuces.